When it comes to detangling, I am very minimalist. So the only thing I use is water and an oil, olive oil, specifically to detangle the hair. And I recommend that everybody works in sections because it makes the process a lot more manageable, especially when you're working with a lot of hair like I am here. So the first thing that you do is you spray the hair with water, like so. And after you spray the hair with water, you go in with some oil. Just a little bit of oil. I've learned over the years that you do not need that much at all. Just a little bit of olive oil. For those who are using other types of oil, that is extremely fine as well. So you can use olive oil, you can use almond oil. I tend not to use coconut oil, any oil that will solidify. Avocado oil is fine, but really a tip is to use an oil that is not extremely expensive. I always start detangling, the detangling process with my hands. And I'm using my hands to feel through knots in the hair. Knots and tangles is what we're trying to get out. And you can feel that much better with your fingers as opposed to going in first with a comb. I start at the bottom. Fadike's hair is very thick, but because it was blow dried about 2 weeks ago, it is still in its stretch state, which means there isn't a lot of tangles in the hair, which means that I can work in sections that are big like this. So I start to look for tangles from the bottom, and I'm using my fingers to feel through the tangles. If I find one, I will gently use my hands to pull the tangle out, like so. So you're looking and you're feeling through the tangles. You're not going in with a comb straight away because sometimes combs just rip through tangles when you could easily avoid breakage by working out the knots. So I found a bit of hair merged together here, and this is how I will deal with that. I will simply pull it out like this. This is a perfect example actually. So I will pull it out like this with my fingers until the knot is out. So I'm literally seeing every strand and I'm pulling every strand out. And this is such an important process. This is probably, no, not probably, this is definitely the most important process during wash day. If you get this process wrong, you can easily be losing a lot of hair. So if you see, I've got this little knot here and I'm not going to damage the hair because I know how to pull this out. This is technique. This is why we detangle. So I'm literally going to pull one by one until the only thing I see in my finger, my hand, is the knot. And you can see it's out of the hair. That is how to detangle properly and with care. So detangling will take time. A lot of ladies do complain about how long it takes, but it is the process during wash day that takes a lot of time. A pro tip is to do it the night before. That will speed up your wash day on the next day. Do it the night before. And for hair as much as this, if it's not stretch, it can take up to 45 minutes to an hour. Once I have gone in with my fingers, I then use a comb. I use a comb and it has to be a wide tooth comb. A wide tooth comb to get the shed hair out. As you can imagine, your fingers are quite chunky. You cannot get shed hairs completely out by using just your fingers, in my strong opinion. You need to go in with a wide tooth comb. One of my bugbears is seeing a lot of women not detangle properly and being very proud of the little hair that came out. Remember that hair sheds on average between, what did they say? 80 to 150 hair every day. All that hair, especially in the afro hair, doesn't just fall to the ground. The hair is merged into the hair. We want to get all that hair out of the hair. So you go in with your wide tooth comb, and you start always with an afro textured hair. You always start from the tips and you work down to the roots. You're trying to get the shed hair out of the hair. It's really, really, really important that you do this. If you don't get the shed hair out properly, what you will end up with is more tangles in the hair, and more hair that's already shed embedded in the hair, leading to all sorts of tangles and even single strand knots. Fridaycare's hair is very, very thick. So I really do have to be mindful when I am detangling it to make sure that everything is properly detangled. And once everything is properly detangled, it just makes the whole process easier. Make sure that the hair is well lubricated with oil, with water, and some of you might opt to actually use a conditioner to detangle the hair. And I love to use a conditioner once in a while as well, especially when our hair is really, really tangled, because it gives a lot of slip and it makes the process just that bit easier. So if you're not using oil and water like I'm using now, use a conditioner, not a deep conditioner, just an instant conditioner that has a lot of slip. It's a perfect way to get the hair detangled really quickly. Once you've detangled the hair, you put it back in sections. Remember, we are going to wash the hair in sections and in the twists.